Mortgage Gumbo with Dwayne Stein.
Hey, let's go to Peggy in Folsom. Peggy's got a question. How can we help you out, Miss Peggy?
Hi, Dwayne. I just received a letter from my present mortgage company that effective November 1st, there would be a new servicing mortgage lender taking care of my mortgage.
Okay.
Can they change the interest rate on me?
No, they shouldn't be able to. Go look at your stuff, but that happens all the time, and we are required by law, if they are changing, a lot of mortgages change hands, Miss Peggy. So, no, your interest rate should not be affected by that at all. I don't want to tell you that there's absolutely no way, but chances are, I'm pretty much 99.9% sure that that's not going to happen to you, Miss Peggy. That's just something where you're going to get that letter to let you know, basically, guess what? Where your next payment's going to go, where you're going to write on that envelope you need to send that next check to. Or more importantly now, what you want to make sure you do, Ms. Peggy, and a lot of people don't think about this, when those servicers do change, you want to make sure if you're set up on a biweekly payment or if you're having direct drafts taken out, you want to make sure that you find out from them, is that going to automatically be transferred over? Because what happens in a situation like this is you just assume the payment's being made, right? So you're not paying attention to it, and then all of a sudden, well, it's still going to that old servicer. And if that money's not transferred over, the last thing you want to do is all of a sudden the next thing you receive in the mail is somebody telling you, hey, you're 30 days past due. I see it all the time, just unfortunately, when these things are switching, it's never a seamless transaction. So make sure you get with your current servicer and ask them how is that going to be handled, or cancel it right away so that way you don't have to worry about any excess of monies going to your old mortgage company or your old servicer, Miss Peggy, and then you're trying to get those monies back. You know, the last thing you want to do is try to be getting back $1,000, $1,500, whatever your payment is. You're going, okay, hey, you switched my payment. So that's a big thing. And so many times when I do see somebody with a late payment, that's exactly why what happens. Well, my servicer switched. I didn't know where to send my payment. I sent it to the old place, and they don't move that. So, no, you could rest assured payment's not going to change on that, though.
You said 99% sure.
Yeah.
Could the 1% be because somebody claimed bankruptcy?
No. I mean, the other thing would, no, if you claim bankruptcy or anything like that, but you reaffirmed and kept your mortgage out of your bankruptcy, that's not going to affect anything. You just, I'd probably, the only reason why I don't say 100% is, who knows, there'll be that next person that it will have happened to. Unless you're up against maybe, is it an adjustable rate or is it just a fixed mortgage, Miss Peggy?
No, it's fixed.
Yeah, so you should be good. Normally that stuff does not change. A lot of times, your Wells Fargo's and a lot of your big banks, they're just buying up all this paper because they have figured out it's much easier to be on the servicing side than trying to be the person out there making the loans, right? So there's a lot more money to be made in collecting the interest every single month. So that's why you see paper changing hands so much. And that's why when you sit down to do a mortgage, you're going to pretty much sign a piece of paper that's pretty standard on everything in your initial disclosures that's pretty much going to say that your loan probably will be sold. And it'll usually give a percentage of what that company sells their loans off. But I wouldn't worry about that. Listen, it's not going to change your rate. Don't worry about that, Miss Peggy. And it's just a different place where you're going to be stamping and putting on your envelope. I think you'll be okay there.
Mortgage Gumbo with Dwayne Stein.